Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and I am currently doing 31 days of Halloween. Today is day 16. So this is about that time of like the month. It's like 2 weeks till Halloween. So that's when I kind of start to carve pumpkins, and that's kind of what I want to do today. I want to carve a pumpkin on my face. So we're gonna do a jack-o'-lantern look. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I am going to do one of those looks where it's kind of like being transformed. So like parts of my face are going to be like normal-ish makeup, and then the rest are going to be the jack-o'-lantern. I'm gonna kind of do it like my skin is being ripped away and underneath is like the carved pumpkin. So this eye is going to be the normal eye, and I just got a few new palettes from Juvia's place. For a really long time, I kind of took like a little like hiatus from like buying new makeup and everything, so I've never actually tried Juvia's place. But my dad, who has been watching all of my videos, hi Dad, he just randomly sent me a link to the website because they were having a sale, so I figured that was the perfect time to pick up a few palettes. So I got the chocolates, I also got the Afrique and the Festival. I know these are completely not new, they should already be in my collection, but they were not. So they are now, and I'm really excited about them. So for this eye, I am just loving the way the chocolates palette is looking. I'm loving these like dark brown, like fall tones. So I'm mostly going to be using this one, and I might also be using a few of these warmer mattes from the Afrique palette. I'm gonna start with like this mid-tone brown. Now to blend that out a little bit more, I'm gonna take this lighter like beige, and I think I wanted to fade a little bit more, so I'm going to take the shade Cameroon from the Afrique palette. Now going back to the chocolates palette, I'm going to take that, it's like this really dark espresso. Now I'm going to clean up my crease a bit. Now I'm going to use like this beautiful like brown shimmer. Now I'm going to take the other dark shade in here. It's like slightly less dark, and it's a little bit more, from what I can see, like of a cooler espresso. Now I'm going to take this shimmer from the Afrique palette. It is the shade Angelique. I'm going to use that for my inner corner. For my brow bone, I'm going to take this shade Adogu. I hope I'm going to butcher these names really badly. But it is like this beautiful like champagne shimmer in the Festival palette. Now I went to the outer corner a little bit deeper, so I'm going to take my black eyeliner and I'm going to stop right here. I'm gonna kind of add a little bit and then blend it out with some black eyeshadow, if that makes sense. I'll just do it. I'm just like taking some into my outer corner and then grabbing some black eyeshadow before it completely dries and kind of blending that in. I'm just using the black eyeshadow from the Anastasia Prism palette. Okay, now I'm going to start drawing the lines of where I want the sections to be. So actually before I start doing that, I'm going to apply foundation to the general areas that I want. I just realized it would be a lot harder to try to be very detailed with my foundation after I've already drawn the rips. And I'm actually just wiping my eyebrow off. I'm going to now just like kind of block out my eyebrow. It doesn't need to necessarily be like super perfect because I'm going to be using like a lot of dark colors. Now I'm just taking some orange lipstick and color correcting. Okay, so it's a little rough, you can still kind of see it, but I'm not gonna be too worried about it because I am going to be using a lot of face paint. So I'm gonna like do the rest of like my routine. I'm gonna conceal, do some bronzer, even some highlight. Okay, so now I'm going to start to draw the areas of rippedness. And I'm just gonna take my black liquid liner. Now I'm gonna finish what I can with the like normal parts. So I'm going to finish my lower lash line and throw on some lashes. I'm just gonna take this mid-tone brown and then I'm gonna go with that darkest shade. Okay, now I'm going to do the lips that I can, the little lip part that I can see. Okay, so I'm going to use this lip liner from the Hocus Pocus ColourPop collection. This is Mary's. Oh yeah, it's called Spinster Ladies. Okay, and I'm going to take a detailed brush and I'm going to use the lip color Make Love to the Camera. It's one of the MAC Powder Kiss liquid lip colors. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with orange face paint. I'm using my Mehron Basics palette. So I'm starting off with a pretty big brush just to get like the big general areas. I'm gonna kind of stay away from all the little parts that I'm going to go in with like a detailing brush. Then for this orange, it's the orange that's in the palette mixed with a little bit of brown and a tiny bit of red. So now I'm going to start to go in on all the little areas with a detailing brush. They don't have to be like super perfect, just because I am also going to go in with the black and kind of start to shade around them. Now where I just went in with all the details, I'm going to go in with some black face paint. But when I do, I'm gonna kind of like start to like fade it out a little bit. So I'm going in with black face paint and then I'm also taking a little bit of black eyeshadow and blending it even more. It's a lot of little tedious work, but we're doing it. So after going in with the black paint and the black eyeshadow, I'm also re-outlining the edges with my black liquid liner just so they're like super crisp. So I just realized the sound was off. So I want the pumpkin parts to be very realistic. I want them to be very 3D. So right now I'm drawing what I want to be like solid black, and I'm gonna kind of draw like, you'll see. I'm gonna start to kind of draw like the 3D-ness of like the pumpkin, so like the thickness of the pumpkin, if that makes sense. Now taking some black face paint. So now I'm going to take some of the orange face paint, the lighter orange. I'm doing it very roughly because I am going to go back in with that liner and a little bit of eyeshadow just to add some shading. Really shading it in on this little corner here. I'm gonna start to draw the nose. I'm gonna draw a little line where it's also going to be kind of like 3D like that. Okay, and I'm gonna fill in my nose with black. Now I feel like I went a little bit too far down with the black. I want it to be pretty straight across. So I'm just going to remove a little bit of that and then fill it in with orange. Just bring in the nose a little bit up so it's a little bit more like taller, pointier. I'm gonna start drawing the like zigzag shape. And I kind of want a little curl here for the smile. And this is where I'm gonna go into like the bottom part of the zigzag. Okay, now I'm gonna start making the like smile look 3D. Now I'm gonna start filling in what needs to be black. Okay, now I'm going to do those little sections like I did this one. So going with that lighter, with that really like light beige color, and then add a little bit of black eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm going to start to draw the lines of the pumpkin. So taking my black liner. So I'm gonna start with like these little peaks that I already have. Some shorter, some longer. Kind of drawing like little triangles underneath these little bottom zigzags. Now on all these little black lines, I'm going to take both orange eyeshadow and black eyeshadow and kind of just give them more definition. Instead of going in with black right away, I'm going to go in with that same like darkest brown in the chocolates palette, so this one here. Now just to like mattify what is black, I am going to take my black eyeshadow. Now to kind of like highlight some parts of the pumpkin to make it look like a little bit shiny, I'm going to take the shade 143 from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette. And I'm almost pretty much done. I'm also going to add some lashes on this side. It doesn't really need it because it's kind of just meant, you know, to be like a hole, but I'm gonna add them anyways. So, and this is my finished jack-o'-lantern look. I am pretty happy with how this turned out. It did take me a really long time, so I'm happy that I'm happy with the results. So this is day 16. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.